Office Odima has kept so many people wondering, especially people from Southeast, how he has been, waking up from his slumber when he give some weeks ultimatum to the Fulani headers that they should quit Owerri. And people are surprised that since when have you realized that the Fulani are encroaching us, because you have been crying since all this day? What do you have to say about this?
Yes, I think contract finished. I think that's what the signal is all about. Maybe he's totally pissed off, and maybe he failed that he has fulfilled his own part of the contract with Fulanis, and is ready to break the camel's back, and let the cat out of the bag. Enough is enough, because I wonder too, Hope Uzodinma is watching people dying in Olu, watching people dying in Owo, watching people dying within the Imo State, watching invaders, Fulanis and all that, and not only that, this is a man that was reported to have created an IDP camp in form of Ruga, just to please the Fulani. We don't know actually whether it is true or not. He's saying they should leave the entire Imo State in less than 2 weeks from now, and if they don't do that, maybe they are ready for anything. Maybe, possibly, he has rejected the caliphate order. He has rejected what the caliphate wants him to carry out. He has rejected, any agenda, knowing fully well that the people of Imo State, the people of Biafra, the people in Igbo land, both South and Southeast, are not comfortable with anything that has to do with Fulani presence in any of the forests regarding to that. And there is an ambush already within the space of youth forces, youth movement forces, whichever way they're going to take it, they must not allow, Fulani to have any root, any Ruga, or have a certain legacy in terms of whatever they call it, cow or whatever. That will never again happen. Whether Hope Uzodinma was waking up from the slumber, that is his own business. We cannot trust Hope Uzodinma, we cannot predict him until we begin to see mass exit of Fulanis, terrorists, jihadists within Owerri. And if they are going, we should be able to know exactly where they are going. Are they heading into the forest where Hope Uzodinma has built an IDP camp for them? That's the problem. Are they going to somewhere? Are they relocating to the north, or are they going to a more loose state? Because I can tell you, Alessandro has fortified Abia State currently now. They are even trying to beg him to see if they can, have any space in Abia. Abia is fortified, and Abia and Imo, share some level of boundary. I can tell you that. So Hope Uzodinma, whom they feel that is an ally of the caliphate, may be thinking towards another direction. See, this is a very powerful thing Nigerians must understand, what is going on, because I hope Uzodinma knows that his tenure, his government is coming to an end, and he might not have a space within Imo State. He might not be able to survive because of public perception about him. Yes, he has come out severally to apologize to the people. He went to church and he was prayed for, and he made some certain statement concerning the killing of Gulag on a Sunday, and it was reported on Monday. He has also said some certain things about IPOB, that IPOB are not behind the killing of people in Imo State. That's like the way Soludo is starting his own now, blaming IPOB, blaming Igbo youth for the criminal act in that state. That was exactly how Hope Uzodinma started. But look at that. Another governor we are seeing in eastern part of the country is Soludo towing the same line again,
telling us that the 90% or 99% even that 99% of people that they were arrested for criminal activities like kidnapping, that they are Igbo, not Fulani. People are surprised at what is happening.
That's what I'm telling you now. This is a man that said that people are asking at this point in time, how come you are making such statement? If he said that people who are committing such crime, are Igbo people against their own brothers, then what is the justification? How did he able to arrive at that part? You know, you are just making that statement to please whatever you think that will come your way at the end of the day. The same way you are making reckless statements about your people, that was how the same way Swope Uzodinma started, until the whole thing backfire. It's going to backfire on Soludo, whether he like it or not. He cannot be bigger than the people. The people made you. It's quite disappointing that Soludo, at every point in time, you know, he seems to be aligning with the reality. We can't take more than that. We can't take less, because this is the reality we are talking about today. All the Eastern governors should understand at this point in time, we don't know whichever form, we don't know whichever way these things are coming and infiltrating the Biafran land. What we are seeing is that the people have lost hope on you governors of Eastern region. They cannot no longer rely on you because they actually do not know where you people stand. Imagine Hope Uzodinma, you know, struggling over a certain understanding or agreement he had with the caliphate. And now, do you think the caliphate are no longer happy? Or he's just pretending, knowing fully well that he's about to hand over the leadership of Imo State to another person. And it might be that this person he's going to hand over power to, you know, might not continue, and they're going to hold him responsible over continuity. Of course, the caliphate will hold him, you know, because now that he has threatened the entire Fulani in Imo State to evacuate. Where a lot of people are wondering because the youth themselves has fortified themselves to withstand any invasion by any jihadist, Fulani herdsmen, by any cow and other, and they have taken that upon themselves. And it's a direct signal to the governor to know that, you know, they are not looking at him, you know, because all this while he has been on the side of unrealistic, you know, acts with the people who have declared themselves enemy of Nigeria, of Igbo people, precisely. That's the truth. There's no way there's nothing anybody can do about it. This is what we are talking about. Hope Uzodinma. Hope Uzodinma. Well, if it's that true, that means their repentance is real. I will keep on watching and see what is going to come out at that day. But we are seeing that since you have distanced yourself with anything that has to do with Fulani agenda now, we are expecting that there should be max exodus, not minding whether Meiti Allah is saying, minding whether what the emir is saying. I can tell you, know how this people came just in the outside land. The last emir of Kano, which is supposed to be the last emir killed in the north, was Muhammad Aliwali. And once they killed him, they established their own Fulani emir. Until today, Kano has never recovered. So the essence of giving them this Ruga in Imo State is questionable, because the youth have discovered where they were being hidden, where the Ruga location, and they have finally chased them out from here. And discovering now that he has nothing else to lay his hand. He has no other excuse to hold on. And it is likely going to backfire. And he's not saying that he has ordered them, giving them a few days to finally vacate there. Well, when that happened to Enugu State Governor too, we saw him paying a visit to the governor of Abia State recently. We don't know what is actually coming up. And they now sitting up now that their Oga is no more. They're ready to challenge the Fulani anywhere in Nigeria.
Can we say Hope Uzodinma too is playing Fulani, playing them their own coin? I mean, play the game of Fulani as well, because we can see that it's like Hope Uzodinma don't need their support again. He has become governor for first time through the help of late Kiari, and he has become governor for second time. So I think if you want to become senator or anything, maybe you think that you don't need Fulani again. So you people should come and pack your bag and baggages. Do you see it in that way? Yeah.
No, he knows that he has lost control. He has lost relevance. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu remains the entity, the man to watch. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the law and order. and you know that ESN has recovered their presence within the Biafran land now, and they are in pursuit of anything that would destabilize that nation in preparation for Martin Americanos to leave. We are not going to leave anything because these guys can hide on any form. Once Martin Americanos to leave, they begin to formulate all kind of rubbish, and which Martin Americano will not allow that, But we are seeing gradual distancing of Hope Uzodinma from whatever that is binding them with the Fulani, and we are also watching the governor of Enugu State, going to seek refuge in Abia State, trying to bond with the governor who said enough is enough in Abia State and enough is enough remain in Abia State. Talking about Alex Oti, the most brilliant, wonderful, resilient fighter among all the governors now serving in that region. Maybe the governor from Enugu State, I hope he did not go to Abia State to corrupt him, to join the Fulani agenda, to line up against his own people and allow Fulani to enter different forests and communities within the Igbo land and Biafra land and begin to kill people, just like what we saw in the recent past. Then this guy from Ebonyi State too. So I think there's something that information that Hope Uzodinma have within himself that maybe the signal that the collapse of Fulani in Nigeria has just begun.
Thank you very much.
The truth is finally out. Now that the Finnish government has declared the CDS of Nigeria, Musa, a terrorist now, what is the next phase of the lie? What lies can the government tell Nigerians? Now that Samonepa is no longer in the picture, because it has always been pictured that Samonepa is the cause of insurgency in Southeast, and now that insurgency has stopped in Southeast, and now that the Finnish government has vindicated Samonepa, that those sponsoring insecurity and terrorists in the country are those some persons in the military. Now, where would CDS Musa bury his shame? Because a group of people are saying we want to exit the country. Because the Igbos are saying they are tired of the contraption called One Nigeria. That this One Nigeria, it will not work, and then it has not been working. It has been a country full of lies, propaganda, and shame. That has always been how it is from. So I am not surprised that the Finnish government has now come out to say CDS Musa is a terrorist for all the atrocities he has been, for all the atrocities he has committed in disguise of pretending to keep one Nigeria. And that One Nigeria has caused a whole lot of catastrophe in the country. Just some days ago, a notorious bandit that was declared wanted was seen in Katsina State with top government officials going for peace talk. Between Mazi Samonepa and that terrorist, who is more deadly? But here we are today. Mazi Kanu is still in detention. Kanu is still in detention because of the Igbophobia, of the hate. If Samonepa happens to be from the Fulani extraction, Samonepa would not be a terrorist. I can beat my chest because we've seen Fulani militias that have been given amnesty. We've seen Fulani militias that have been integrated into the society. Now that Finland are meeting to the ICC, Nigeria should should immediately hand over CDS Musa for questioning, because the French government have done their own findings too, and they've seen that something is pushing under the ground, that this man has a connection with these Fulanis, has a connection with these bandits, has a connection with these terrorists. So if they are sincere, they should hand over CDS Musa to ICC for questioning. Because now that the French government have done their own conclusion, I've seen that CDS Musa himself is not innocent in this. Nigeria cannot pretend as if they are not aware that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how they tend to die the whole matter, it is in the social media space. Everybody has seen it, that CDS Musa has been declared wanted by ICC and the Finnish government. No matter how the Nigerian government want to die this matter, but they are very quick to declare Samonepa and IPOB a terrorist group. Now that the Finnish government and the ICC has declared CDS Musa a terrorist, why is the story not online? Why is the story not flying online? Because they themselves are also part of people championing insecurity and terrorism in the country. And that is why I say that anybody that speaks against the vision of the country, they will do everything possible to take that person off the hook. They will do everything possible for them to take that person off the hook. That is why I see that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been in detention. And the Finnish government, they were so gullible to be used by the Nigerian government. They were just too gullible. Because if they were not gullible, why would a country like Nigeria come to tell you that Samonepa is the one sponsoring insecurity all the way from Finland, and you sit your ass down in Finland and you believe them? But there are some rumors that the envelope also change hand. You know Nigerian story now. You know Nigerian government, that Nigerian government, anything that Nigerian government cannot do to bribe does not exist. I am very sure that the government have bribed the Finnish courts, and that is why I see that Samonepa was wrongfully accused and sentenced. Now that the appeal court is now coming out to reverse all your stuffs. It is now a very clear indication that Samonepa is innocent of all the charges leveled against him, because the Finnish government has come out to indict CDS Musa, saying that CDS Musa is the major financier of insecurity in Nigeria, and it should be tried by ICC, not just local courts. It should be tried by ICC. Enough of all these presents. We know that this one Nigeria, it can never work. No matter how we tend to rub our heads, no matter how we tend to try to patch things up, that one Nigeria cannot work. And that has always been the current state of mind, that one Nigeria would not take us anywhere, and that it will not work. Today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not coming out. Now, the list of people ICC will publish names of people sponsoring banditry and sponsoring insecurity in Nigeria. Their names will be published. And when that is published, let's see how CDS Musa would escape it. Let's see how CDS Musa would escape the wrath. They have used kangaroo judgments to sentence Simon Ekpa. But today, the truth is not coming out. The truth is not out. That everybody knows the reason why insecurity is still thriving in Nigeria. And it's just because of one person that claims he is protecting the masses, rather underground, supporting the fight for terrorism. But the question is, how long can we continue to be deceived? How long can we continue to be deceived by the Fulanis? Don't forget that the CDS Musa is a Fulani man. How long can we continue to be deceived by a Fulani man in our own country? And tomorrow you say that Biafra will not exist. Biafra will exist. No matter how you tend to hold it, Biafra would exist the country. No matter how you tend to keep it, Biafra would exist this country. And I am sure that Mazen Kanu and Mazen Simon Ekpa will come out strong, no matter how they tend to do all this rubbish. They will come out strong. If today is the first time I've come across this channel, please can you like this video, share it, comment for more political discourse. Thank you.